So it's the next day and I'm still irritated. This happened pretty much yesterday, and like through the whole night I've just been thinking about this and making this video, so I think I just need to get this off of my chest, and I need to get this video out before I can, you know, move forward with the channel. So I know that some people are gonna say you're jumping on this for views, you're jumping on this for clout or hype or something. For the people who say that, click on my channel, go to the about page and look at when I joined YouTube. When I joined YouTube, before even that, I used to share a YouTube account with my brother. A year before that, probably a couple months to a year, I've been watching YouTube. I've seen people rise to the top. I've seen people do not so good. I've been watching you. Like, if you don't believe me, then you don't believe me. That's what it is. But I've been watching the FIFA videos before FIFA was something on YouTube. I'm not going to say FIFA was big, because FIFA was already big before YouTube. That's just silly for me to say that. But I've been watching this when I think KSI had, he used to be called KSI or GDBT. He had as little as 20k subs at the time I started watching him, or he had maximum 50k subs when I started watching him. And you know, there's some videos, there's some YouTubers I remember. There used to be a guy called Daniel Saurus. FIFA Rally was big. Cal Freezy, you know, I remember he used to make FIFA 12 starting from scratch videos. 2Sync, Chris from there, I used to watch him back in FIFA 12. He used to have a channel called Raider Games, and he used to do videos where he used to do tea time with Chris and stuff like that, and just sit there and talk. And you know, Matt hit the other half of 2Sync. He had a channel called Ideal 2010. But I was watching Chris from 2Sync on Raider Games, and he used to have this Road to Glory series. There used to be this series called Still or No Still. Online Rai used to have the Zlatan project. I remember that was good. What else? The Panthers was doing FIFA videos, Ruin a Random before Facecam was a thing. So before any money or even 720p HD capture cards, blue snowballs were available to buy, I've been a viewer on this platform, you know. I remember videos where, and this is where kind of the passion actually came from, because I've always been a fan of FIFA. I've played FIFA since I was about 6-7 years old. You know, I might not have been great there, but I've always had a passion for football. And then YouTube grew that passion, and then people like KS, as you know, as cheesy as it sounds, and as you guys are probably like, I don't want to, as cringy as it sounds, players like people like KSI, Cal Freezy, the Panthers, Trout, I don't know if he's still in the community. I think he does presenting and stuff. Trout used to do a Road to Glory series. What else was going on? KSI, You Pick I Play, he was doing that. Let's Talk, was it FIFA 12? Let's Talk FIFA 12. What else was there? Like, I remember a video with Celtic and some guy called Twig. I remember that. Used to make videos on Obi Fim and Martins before Heskey. What else? There's so much more else. He used to make videos like David Rotter was a big guy in the EA community back in the day, and people just used to make videos roasting him and stuff. Case I made a video called the McGeady Spin or something. just a lot of stuff was happening in the FIFA community back then. Skilling was big as well. I've seen Goujon Daniel, you know, grow, and I've seen Goujon Daniel do not so well. Spencer FC, someone who I'm going to talk about later on in this video. I saw him before. I knew of him when he was on Copper 90, the first video he made, where he'd have this persona called the FIFA player. He'd go around and he'd basically play loads of people at FIFA, and at the end of the game, if whoever lost had to do a forfeit. That was quite cool. You had the Kick TV Invitational in FIFA 12. We had loads of stuff. What else? And then FIFA 13. So FIFA player, known as Spencer FC. I think that's when FIFA player was kind of created. Was it around 2013 time? I remember he had a profile picture, and it was a FIFA 13 cover for FIFA 13 covers in my keep my games. Like the FIFA 13 cover, I think it was Joe Hart, Walker, and someone else. I can't even remember. But he'd have like 3 different pictures of FIFA players' face. So I've been a viewer on this platform for a long time. Now that wasn't meant to go for as long as it is. I don't know, if you don't believe me and you think I'm just doing for hype and stuff, you don't think I'm being genuine, then you don't have to believe me. You know, but what I wanted to talk about, so yesterday Kurt made a video. Now he titled this video "We're at War." Now I watched this video, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I enjoyed this video. It gave me a good laugh out of it and stuff like that, some of the stuff he was saying. But when I'm thinking of this as from a content creator's point of view, and a FIFA fan who wants to get the game to do well, there's been a load of rants on YouTube about FIFA. There's this guy called Mike. Now what Mike did, you know, Mike, I don't know if he's gonna watch this video or whatever, but basically some of his, like, he's good at what he does. His videos, his rant videos are good. You know, he kind of hits the nail on the head with some of his videos he's made of just ranting and stuff like that, you know, about SBCs and stuff, about loads of other stuff. And then I watched the video. His intentions, you know, I am not him, so I don't know what's going through his head or anything, you know. But I believe, my opinion is that he's got good intentions and he wants to see the game do well. You know, I think that's why he's making these videos and stuff. And as much as you can look at it from different point of views, his videos are entertaining, and he makes some very, very valid points, you know. I'm not saying he's wrong in any way. I'm not saying he's wrong when it comes down to the sheer points he's making. But one of his videos, now this was one of his video when we had the whole cheating thing, so Cressy and Ovi, and I feel really bad for Cressy. Like, I feel really bad for him, because at that time, you know, he'd load up Twitter, he'd load up YouTube, he'd load up any social media platform, and he's just getting abuse, you know. And there's not even you're not even 100% sure if he's used the no loss glitch or if he hasn't used the no loss glitch. So you got people like #Harry jumping on him, saying, oh, this guy's cheating and stuff like that. But you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. If you don't know 100% whether someone's cheated or not, whether someone's done something or not, you have to say, look, as much as I am suspicious and stuff, you know what, everyone's right to have their own opinion, but in my opinion, this is my opinion, you have to give people the benefit of the doubt in the situation if you're not 100% sure whether they've done something or not. Now, people would say there was proof out of Krasi cheating. Don't even know how to pronounce his name properly. And there was some clip of him basically supposedly doing the 4G thing, and then, well, the glitch or whatever, and then still like being on the leaderboards and getting 38 or something. I don't know how many wins he got that weekend, but people did get suspicious, you know. But at the end of the day, we're not 100% sure. Even at the time when the whole thing was going on, maybe even with my friends in party, I'd be like, have you heard about the whole Krasi situation? But in this video, Mike was saying how he was just saying Krasi and Ovi. I think I haven't watched the video in a couple of months, but what I remember from the video and whereabouts it is, I'm not exactly going to quote from the video, but I think he says something around the lines of Krasi and Ovi are losers. And he's just bashing and bashing Krasi and bashing Ovi. But to be fair to him, look, he says to other pros are cheating, which I do appreciate. You know, he's not calling them out just to jump on hype. He's calling out other people as well for using the home and away thing. You know, there were loads of exploits in the way you can avoid people in FUT Champions. Not only did he call out Krasi and Ovi, he said the other pros and stuff like that, but I just think the mannerism in the way he addressed the issue with the Ovi and Krasi situation was just, it wasn't the way I'd approach things in my opinion, you know. Until I know 100% Krasi did cheat, and he made a video after, and EA banned his account because of the uproar on his account. His account was flagged several times. He then had his account checked, and he got his account back, which means, and I can imply from that, if he's used a 4G glitch, EA would be able to find that out, most definitely, because he's backing out whenever he's losing. You know, every time he's lost the game, he'd be backing out and stuff. They know that by the scorelines whether someone's using a no-loss glitch. They'd be able to tell, and they've done a check through his account, and the next week they gave him his rewards back, you know. And that tells us that, and I'm implying from this, I'm not 100% sure whether he did or did not, but I have to give him the benefit of the doubt. I just have to. That's just my opinion. So he's got his account back. I don't even know where people were getting the name Ovi and saying Ovi was cheating. Yeah, Ovi did well. Started doing better in the FUT Champions Weekend League, and he is friends with Krasi. They have several videos together, but just because supposedly you've got this evidence on Krasi and you believe Krasi is cheating, and everyone in the community is jumping on Krasi. Now, I've even caught myself out sometimes in the past, you know, loads of people, if you guys don't enjoy this video and you don't think that some of my points are valid, go ahead, dislike the video, just dislike it. But if you think I'm right in some of the stuff I'm saying and I have a valid point, then you can go ahead and like the video. Look, I'm not going to tell you guys to intentionally go and do this on the video and intentionally to go and say this. You guys can think for yourselves. You know, I want you guys to think for yourselves. I want you guys to think as a passionate FIFA player, as someone who's a fan of the titles. What are your opinions on every situation? Everyone's got a mind of their own. Everyone makes up their own mind, and I just think that the way that some people have approached the situation is just wrong in the way. Alright, so if I've got an issue, you don't directly go and slate the people. You don't go out name calling. You go, this is the issue. This is why I think this issue has happened. This is how we need to fix it. Now, I'm gonna get into another video made by this guy, and this is how. And what are your opinions on it? I'm not gonna go ahead and make a video and for 3-4 minutes name call you and shame you, and then show you guys my evidence that I have, and then explain. No, in my opinion, you don't do that. Would you really go up to someone in real life and say that? I'm gonna get to what I'm gonna build onto this idea on the other point. So I'm on Crossy and Ovi, you know, I believe, and Mike, you did apologize to Crossy, you did, and I have to give you props for that. You apologized to Crossy. Yeah, he was using the home and thing, but everyone's using that, you know, and he did come out and say he did that. So, you know, I give you praise to the fact that you apologized to Crossy, but after that I was like, we'll move on, you know. Maybe he's unintentionally, and I don't know whether the intentions are, I will never know 100%. Maybe you've unintentionally done something out of the, because people are saying stuff and all of the pros are making it seem like as if Crossy's cheated or something, and they've got this evidence which isn't 100-200%. It isn't. Is it beyond reasonable doubt? Is it beyond reasonable doubt, that piece of evidence that was released on Crossy, that this guy has cheated? In my opinion, it's very subjective. I don't, you know, maybe you could have got suspicious at that point, but I'm not gonna, I wasn't at a point where I'm gonna jump on Crossy and make videos saying this guy has 100% cheated. I'm gonna bash on this guy. I'm gonna call him this. I'm gonna call him that. I'm gonna name call him, because I don't care if someone's got 1 million subscribers, or someone's got 1k subscribers, or someone's got 500 subscribers, and someone's got 2 million subscribers. At the end of the day, we're all human. We all have feelings. It doesn't change the fact whether we've got a small following or we've got a huge following. If someone's name calling you for no reason and you don't even know this person, you're gonna be like, what's the point? I'm not gonna involve myself with this. There's no point in even, now if someone comments on my video giving me hate, and people have done that before, and they've just slated me and they've just name called me and stuff like that, and then they make a very weak point, and then they give their point evidence explain, but or like really bad one, but before they do that, they'll give you about 4 or 5 lines just slating you and telling you about how you're this, how you're that. If you want to move forward as a community and you want people by your side, you don't, it's just my opinion, you don't do that. But there's a bigger issue here, and I'm going to address this bigger issue where, you know, I've done with the Ovi and Crossy thing. Yeah, he did apologize. I don't know where, just because there was no solid evidence on Ovi. There was a tiny bit of doubt for Crossy, but not like, was it too big? It's very subjective at the end of the day. But to call someone, to beat someone when they're already down, think, like, you have to have empathy in this situation. You have to be empathetic. If you're in Crossy's shoes and you don't know if he's 100% cheated, and say if he hasn't cheated, which EA's checked his account and stuff like that, and it seems to be he hasn't cheated, and people are saying you're a fraud, you're this, you're that, you're a cheater, you're this low life, you're everything you work for, they question your integrity. No, that's just horrible. It's just horrible. But I'm gonna get away from that situation, you know. I'm gonna get away from that topic. Now, I forgave that. I let that slide, you know. Hashtag Harry, he made a video on Ovi as not Ovi, Crossy as well, and just completely knocking the guy. I just don't think you should beat someone when they're already down. I really don't think so. Maybe you could bring light upon something and give your opinion upon something. But if you're calling someone a loser, you're calling someone an idiot, you're calling someone this, you're calling someone that, do you really need to do that? Really? But anyway, I'm gonna move on from that point, that the Crossy thing. So I forgave that. You know what? I'm thinking maybe that was a one-off situation. Maybe he made a mistake and he apologized in the way he approached things and the way he slated Crossy and stuff like that. But then I've seen the video from Huge Griller and I've seen the video from the Panthers, and what they're doing is they're talking about FIFA. I can't even remember what the video is about, but I think they were talking about FIFA 19, about FUT champs. And yet again, Mike made some valid points, but before he made them valid points, he, for a good 2-3 minutes, he was calling the Panthers this or that. And I think one of his lines were like, he was trying to be a bit nice, and he titled the video "My Response to These Two People," and he said he was gonna call the video "My Response to These Two Idiots." Although Nepenthes has 1.6 million subscribers, you know, he's got a lot of supporters compared to a lot of people. It doesn't change the fact that he's human and he's the same as us. He's gonna have feelings, and if you bash someone and if you're name calling them, it's gonna hurt their feelings, isn't it? How would you like it if I just... what would your reaction be if the first 5 minutes of this video, Mike, I just completely name called you, I called you this, I called you that? I'm gonna give you credit. You do speak sense. You do speak a lot of sense, but sometimes I just think, could you have said this in a lighter way? Do you have to be as brutal? Do you have to be as harsh? Do you have to call someone this or that? Do you have to? And my answer to that is, I don't believe you. I don't think you have to. Now, if I'm to make this video and for the first 5 minutes, I'm calling you this, I'm calling you that, and I'm saying how this guy knows absolutely... You're gonna look at this video and you're gonna be like, I'm not even gonna... Why should I give my time of day to this guy? Why should I even watch this video if he's not gonna... if he's just gonna sit here and bash me for 5 minutes? I'd expect you, and I wouldn't be opposed if you just clicked off the video and didn't even want to listen to what I have to say. Because I wouldn't like it if someone was to just bash me and name call me for no reason. I mean, so he makes this video called he says if it was his choice, and he was about to call this video "My Response to These Two Idiots," which I believe it is. I think it's totally uncalled for. Now in this video, you know, he roasts the Panthers, as I've already said, and then he makes a video just giving his point and shows this 90th minute clip. Now from the Panthers, now put yourself in the Panthers' shoes. I've already done that before, where I gave you the example of if I was bashing you and you were watching this video. Now in the Panthers, you're a bigger guy. We all know the stuff he's been through the past few years, all of the troubles he's talked about, videos and stuff like that, about how he's got abuse. You know, these people are getting abused constantly on social media and stuff. And I don't care, just because someone's got a bigger following, just because someone's big off of a platform, it takes a lot of hard work to do that. Just because you've achieved something and you've achieved a goal, it doesn't give someone else the right. You shouldn't just be like, oh, this guy is big on YouTube, therefore because he's big on YouTube he deserves all of this hate, you know, this is what he signed up for. No, that person, the Panthers, is just like you and I. He's just like anyone watching this video. He started off as someone with a passion for the game, and he bought a capture card, he bought a microphone, and he broadcasts his gameplay and puts it onto YouTube. Now, I'm not, you guys might think I'm kissing up to Nepenthes, sucking up to Nepenthes. You know, I'm going to say there's some stuff Nepenthes has said in the past where I'm just like, really? No. No, you're not right here. I don't agree with this. But I would say, you know, I don't agree with you, I'd say I don't agree with you, Nepenthes. And here is why I don't agree with you, Nepenthes. I'm not going to sit here and just name call Nepenthes. No. I mean, Nepenthes has clicked on this video and clicked on Mike's video, and he said he's seen the video, and putting myself in Nepenthes' shoes, and this guy's absolutely slating Nepenthes. Nepenthes doesn't know him, and Nepenthes doesn't know him. He has no real life interaction with him. This is just the guy slating him on the internet. Nepenthes is, if I was to put myself in Nepenthes' shoes, you know, I'm a YouTuber who's busted my ass to get where I am, and this guy doesn't know a lot about my life. He doesn't know a lot about me. I'm just speaking in like as if I was Nepenthes, right? I click off the video myself. Why would you want that kind of negativity in your life? Just why? So yeah, he's, as if he hasn't done this to Ovi and Crossy once, he goes ahead and does it to Nepenthes. But I'm sitting here and I'm saying what you're doing, in my opinion, is wrong. But at the end of the day, I do value freedom of speech as much as you do say something. As long as you're not harming someone in the process or doing something extraordinarily terrible to someone, everyone's right to have their own opinion. That's what it is. We're all right to express our opinions. Someone believes I'm wrong, you know, I have the right to ignore the video, the comment. I have the right to ignore other people's videos, but I'm going to get onto this point later on in the video, and I'm going to relate back to this point I'm trying to make right now. But after your Crossy one, I was like, I'm going to forgive this guy. And I still enjoy your content, I'm not going to lie. Some of your videos are good, but it's just videos like that where you're just completely shaming a guy when they already get tons of hate, when they're already getting tons of hate. So after the Crossy one, we had the Nepenthes whole situation, and then this Kurt thing has really just yesterday it sparked things up for me. I was thinking months ago when all these rants were going on, I could avoid this topic, but now not. Something happened, and I can't move on with my making videos if I don't make this video, if you guys get what I mean. As a lover of FIFA, you know, I might be a tiny content creator, but if I've got a little of a voice, I'm gonna try and get my view out there, and we've all got the right to do that. Now Kurt makes this video called "We Are at War." So in this video he talks about, you know what, as arrogant as Kurt is, as some of the stuff he says is absurd and ludicrous, look through all the arrogance, look through all the me, and look at some of the points he's making. Now, same as Mike, Kurt has the same intentions. I think Kurt has the same intentions. I think he wants to see the game thrive, and he wants to see the game do well, and we all share that common interest. We all want to see the game thrive, and we know how well it can do. That's how it frustrates. That's why it frustrates us when the game's not performing to the ability it can perform to. So even though we're angry about the game and stuff, we go and talk to EA. I don't think EA deserve constant abuse and stuff. I don't think nobody should be. You shouldn't be calling people this, and like, no, name calling, what's the point? It's not going to get you any further. You're just going to get in anyone's bad books. What you should do instead is, as I've said earlier on in this video, give your opinion and explain your opinion. That's all you need to do. And then you get your point out there. Now, if I'm looking at this from another point of view, and I'm looking at the person who's watched this video, I'd be like, you know what? This guy has given a fair, valid point, and he's given an opinion. He's been extremely professional about this. But if I'm looking at this, and from an EA point of view, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, let's look at this video Kurt made yesterday. And I'm watching this video, and this guy's just saying, you're this. I was saying, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. I'm not gonna sit there. If someone comes to your face in real life and is just completely going in on you, roasting you out of the blue, are you gonna sit there and just take it and carry on with it and just sit with your arms folded and be like this? No, the better man would just walk away. Now, if you met Nepenthes in real life, Kurt, not Kurt, yeah, Kurt and Mike, if you were to meet Nepenthes in real life, and be honest with me, would you go to Nepenthes and say, yeah, you're this, you're that, you're an idiot, you're an idiot, you know nothing about FIFA, completely discrediting the person, and then saying, you know what, in that video, that one point you made, I disagree with that point, and this is why I disagree with that point. Before you've even got onto them points, the person's already lost interest in what you're saying, because you've just been completely name calling them and shaming them. You're gonna be like, the person, Nepenthes, if someone is calling Nepenthes an idiot and stuff like that, he's gonna be like, why should I give this person my time of day? That's what it's gonna be like. Now, Kurt, as much funny as some of the stuff, I thought, you know, there's a bit of banter there. There's a bit of satire in the video he does with name calling and game changes. The whole thing with his grandma and that line, it cracked up. The thing with Marshall, it cracked me up with doing play reviews in August. But the jokes like that there's a difference between a joke and then flat out calling someone an idiot, calling someone a retard, saying someone doesn't know what they're talking about. They're two completely different things, and I think that although some of the points that Kurt are making are right in this, are very, very valid. I'm not saying right or not, valid, that's the word I'm going to use. Although some of the points he's making are valid, you know, he could have gone in a nicer way of saying things. He could have said it in a much more polite manner, but anyway. What Kurt, that's one thing, but it's the response it's the way EA responded to Kurt's video which really grinds my gears. Now, as a content creator, I value freedom of speech here. Freedom of speech is no joke, right? If you're I'm not 100%, I don't 100% know the ins and outs, but I'm going to put some tweets on the screen, whatever. So Kurt tweets out 3 tweets, and basically what I can imply from and comprehend from them 3 tweets, Kurt's basically saying he's been forced to take the video down by EA, or someone at EA, or someone's forced him to take the video down. Someone said to him, I mean, he said he's retired from esports. He said he's retired from esports, okay? I'm not sure how long that's gonna last, you know, it's just Kurt being Kurt. But something had to spark that. Someone from EA said something to him, and if someone at EA has said to Kurt that if you keep this video up and if you carry on, you know what? You're not going to be able to come to any of our competitive pro events. No. That's not right. When you have a pro events, you set it up where it's fair for everyone. Everyone has a chance. Whether you love FIFA, whether you kiss up to FIFA, whether you absolutely despise the way FIFA is run, if you're good enough at the game and you've earned your spot to qualify for an event, you should have every single right to go to the event. I mean, EA, you're well within your rights to say to Kurt that look, we don't like the videos you're making. We don't want them videos to be made. But as a consequence of the videos you're making, we're not going to invite you to capture events. We're not going to get you to do videos with players. That's fine. That's EA's choice. EA can do that to everyone. They're well within their rights to do that. But if EA have told Kurt, you have to take this video down or we're going to take action, you're going to take this video down or you're not going to any pro events in the future. No, you cannot do that. You cannot. Freedom of speech. And I think really, if that's happened, it's just an example, you know. If they've done that to Kurt, who isn't even a game changer or anything, maybe Kurt has a point about maybe there is yes men. Maybe he knows something we don't know. And there's loads of YouTubers who know stuff we don't know and they can't say stuff. I respect that, but there's obviously something as viewers we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Because like I'm gonna relate to Spencer FC's tweet later on in this video, so I'm gonna talk about this. The first time we're gonna touch on Spencer. Now I'm gonna give him stick. I'm not being biased here. I've been a fan of Spencer before, when he was on Compa 90, when he was on FIFA Player, when Spencer FC was a thing, when he had a channel called Spencer Owen. I've been a long time supporter, I've been a long time viewer of his videos, you know. I haven't been die hard. I'm not going to go ahead and buy the new hashtag shirt anytime soon, but as a guy and as someone in the FIFA community, I respect his work ethic, and I respect what he's managed to do, really. And I have respect for the guy, but some of the stuff he's said, I do not agree with it. I can't agree with some of the stuff he said. Now, Kurt walks out of this tournament. Now, this happened a couple of months ago. Kurt walks out. Now, Spencer's saying, and I think loads of people are saying on Twitter, that shouldn't be allowed to do that. If he's going to do that in the future, people are saying he should be banned from all future events. And the spot should be given to someone else. No, you don't do that. If someone has earned the right to be at the event and they want to go to the event, if they say they can't go to the event or they don't want to go to the event, yeah, well, you're well within your right to pick the next person who has the right to attend that event. But if someone wants to go to an event and you're saying, no, we're not giving you the chance to compete at your event because you said this, or because you protested against something that happened in the game. You can't say to someone that we're just not gonna let you, we're not letting you. No, you're not attending any of our pro events. If it's capture events, yet again, it's a different story. If it's meeting Salah, if it's meeting Mane, if it's meeting like any of these YouTubers do, and they get to meet footballers and stuff like that, EA, you're well within your right to say to someone, no, we don't want that, we don't want to do that for you. But when it comes to being a pro, when it comes to working your arse off, playing 40 games every weekend for a whole month, and out of them 40 games losing 4 games a maximum, that person's well has earned. They through blood, sweat, and tears. They've dedicated their whole life. They've dedicated all of their time. They've sacrificed so much to be at that level where they can go to your event. You can't. No, I just don't think it's right. So Spencer says, and I disagree with what Spencer said about how what Kurt did. You know, he should be banned from all future LAN events. I don't agree with that. If someone wants to do something and wants to forfeit a game because you've earned because you've earned the right to be there, you're well within your right to put your controller down and be like, I don't want to play anymore. Everyone should have the right to withdraw. It's just normal stuff, you know, beyond reasonable doubt. I said about Mike, about Kurt at this event, I said the right to withdraw. Just simple things, you know. Now I know Spencer, like, now he makes this tweet. You come from an academic background. Now you're not, how can I say this in the nicest way possible? You're not disadvantaged in an IQ kind of way. You're not less able to comprehend information. You're not less capable. You have an academic background. You've got GCSEs. You've got A levels. You've got a degree in English literature from the University of Reading. You know, maybe if it was someone or maybe he hasn't, you know, I'm trying to think of why Nepenthes would say what he's saying. Maybe if it was someone else, I'd be like, you know what, they haven't experienced FIFA long enough. They don't know. They haven't seen FIFA at a certain point. They haven't seen FIFA at a good point. They haven't seen FIFA at a bad point. But this guy has been on YouTube as the FIFA player before YouTube was mainstream. This guy's been playing FIFA for a very long time. This guy's been on the platform for a long time. This guy is beyond capable of knowing what's right and wrong. This guy has been in the community for a very, very long time, you know. I see this tweet, and in this tweet he says something about kickoff, and the same day Kurt just said kickoff goals and stuff like that. I saw this, you know. We're not how can I say this nicest way possible? We're not just seeing things EA. Kickoff is an issue. Kickoff needs to be fixed. Corners need to be fixed. It happens to me. It happens to everyone. It happens at the top of your scene. Kickoff goals happen. And Spencer, you say that people should get better at exploiting the kickoff. You should get better at exploiting the kickoff rather than fixing the game. Really? What kind of attitude is that? What kind of morals are those? What do you do? I mean, EA, I'm not gonna look. You have a year to make every single FIFA. You have a whole entire year. Look, you're a million, possibly even billion dollar company. Billion. You have several employees, several headquarters everywhere, and you can't, in a whole year, you can't think of anything for pro clubs. You can't give us anything for career mode. You give us the tiniest of changes for ultimate team. Really? I mean, the other day, this was about a week ago, I got a phone call, and I was gonna go away for a week. That didn't end up happening. But in that week, when I say week, I'm meaning like 5 days from like Monday to Friday, right? From when I got that phone call in the morning, I had two free videos already on my desktop, just recorded. By the end of that day, I had 10 videos recorded, edited, and scheduled. All I had to do was make thumbnails for them videos. And this is me, one person, a little kid, who's getting paid £0. Nothing. I make absolutely nothing from YouTube. The time I've invested, you know, I've been in this since 2014. I could go down the street and get a job at McDonald's on minimum wage. I can literally work in McDonald's and I'd have a brand new A-Class sitting on my drive. That's the amount of time I've invested into playing your game, into recording videos, into editing videos, into uploading videos, into making custom thumbnails and everything, and I haven't made a profit. All I've made is a loss. I've made nothing. I'm in negatives. It's a question of work ethic. It really is a question of work ethic. If me, a kid who's got several different things on my plate, can make 10 videos edited, scheduled in one day, what can hundreds of employees do? And they have the incentive of they're doing this full time and they're getting paid a good living to do this. I mean, I've looked at jobs in EA just to have a look, and some of their job specification, their job requirements, some of them are, you have to be very qualified to get a job at EA. You have to have, you know, some jobs I've seen at least 5 years of industry experience, at least this degree, at least that degree. Are you employing a ton of academics, or are you employing people who have a genuine passion for your game and really are willing to sacrifice everything in their lives to see this game thrive and push the game forward? Game testers. We should have pros as our game testers. We should. Because they're the ones who spend the most amount of time. Maybe you could have a couple of casuals there. Maybe you could. But pros, people who have a genuine passion for your game, those are the types of people who are going to stick by your game and through hard times, and those people like that are going to push your game forward. Now, Nepenthes, you can hate him or you can love him. Mike, you can hate him or you can love him. Kurt, you can hate him or you love him. You can hate me or you love me. But in my opinion, in my intentions, I want to see this. We all want to see this game do better. We all understand that this is football. We can do so much more better. Yet we settle for mediocrity. I am, how many minutes into this video am I? We settle for mediocrity. That's what it is at the end of the day. And I think Kurt, what he did there was, in making a video, you know, the points he made, the points these people are making, it's just a manner in the way they're making their points. If you're name calling and stuff like that, come on, that's not cool. But the points you're making, you know, you have good intentions, and I appreciate them good intentions, you know, and I enjoy what these people are trying to do. They're trying. We don't want to make these rants. I don't want to make these rants. I'm double. I can not upload for a whole week. I can just sit here. I can lie in my bed behind me all day for the next 7 days, and I'll still have double uploads coming out for you guys every single day, because that's how prepared I am. But no, even in the down point on FIFA, even when EA refused to update their game, even when we're down in the dumps, I'm still double uploading. Some days I've triple uploaded. Some days I've uploaded 4 videos in a day. Some days I've uploaded 5 videos within one 24-hour span. I'm still here putting in the work. It's just a shame that other people in EA don't have that work ethic. It really is. Now, I don't know 100% of what's going on behind the scenes, you know. Maybe they're limited in the stuff they can do in pro clubs. Maybe there are certain issues, you know, there's new devs and stuff like that, new dev team and stuff like that. We understand about time and stuff, but career mode, pro clubs, you're gonna give us nothing. That's a joke. No, that you can't do that. And you've had a whole year. That's criminal. No one should be able to get away with that. Whole year, and you've done nothing for career mode or pro clubs. Seriously, pro clubs is one of the best game modes. If not, Pro Clubs has potential to be better than Ultimate Team. Because it's fun, I can play with my friends. Ultimate Team, single player mode, all of that stuff. And I just think, as much as I want to tell these guys that some of the stuff you're saying, though, you could do it in a more polite manner. And you could, you know, what you're doing in this scenario is wrong. What you're doing here is right. What's even worse is the actions of EA. If you're gonna threaten someone and you're gonna, I don't know 100% if this is happening. I'm implying from this situation, but I think this is happening. Otherwise, why would Kurt tweet that? Why would he tweet that? Why would he remove the video? Because he hasn't removed the truth about FIFA 19 video. That's from 91K or whatever. He hasn't removed that. He would have removed that video as well if it was a matter of, you know what, he's changed and he's thinking of, you know what, he's thinking of deleting all of them videos. No, that video is still up. But it's this one video that was up for about half hour, 1 hour, and then was taken down. Fortunately for me, I was able to watch the video on his channel before it was taken down. I mean, I'll even link the video for you. Someone will probably link it or something. You just type in Kurt, we are at war, re-uploaded. Just type that into YouTube and you'll find it. But anyway, even worse, like, what's even worse than people bashing someone, well, by bashing and name calling, and the way in which people are delivering their speeches, delivering their videos. What disgusts me even more is if EA have censored Kurt and said, no, if you keep this video up, we're gonna take serious action against you. That is a violation of freedom of speech. That is, no, you can't do that. That's just a violation. You're censoring what these people can say, even at events and stuff like that. These commentators, there's nothing wrong with them. They're seeing something happen in the game, and they're sitting there and they're helpless. They're hopeless. They can't say, what's happened there? That needs to be improved here. They have no freedom of speech. They're so scared of saying the wrong thing they're so scared of saying the wrong thing and losing a job at EA. These people they're afraid. They really are afraid. And maybe with the game change, maybe with the yes men thing, Kurt has a point, because I can't see someone of Spencer's knowledge. I can't see someone like Spencer giving excuses like, instead of fixing the game, you should learn how to better exploit the game. That's not the way things work. We pay 40, 50, some people pay even more for pre-order. I pay even more to get the game 3 days earlier. We pay for EA access to get the game because we enjoy football and we want to see this game do better, and we support this game in times of struggle. But if we have a point, we want to express our point, and we just don't think that's right, and something needs to be changed, we should be able to say it, you know. It shouldn't feel like these people are being, you know, held, these commentators are being held to ransom. It shouldn't feel like that. They shouldn't be censored in what they're saying. They should be free. EA, you have to start listening to your people, and you have to work harder, because you're doing this full time. It's not good enough. It really isn't good enough. What you're providing, we're paying so much money. You look at a game like Fortnite, which is free, and what you're delivering to us isn't a lot compared to what Fortnite are delivering to us. Now, building on to that point I want to make about Spencer. Now, I know he's clever. He's clever. He knows what he's doing. So if someone of Spencer's ability and knowledge, if they're saying that instead of fixing a game, you should learn how to exploit the game even better, there must be something going on between him and EA behind closed doors. There really must be, because I can't see any other reason why Spencer would say something like that, and why he would never complain, why he would never rant about the game. He is, I don't want to say certain things. I don't want to be too brutal, but you're wrong, Spencer. You really are wrong. And I don't know, maybe he's looking at the opportunities he has in the position he is in, and he doesn't want to lose them opportunities, and he doesn't want to upset EA. But when people of Spencer's caliber are saying stuff like that, it really makes you look back to what Kurt's saying, and he says this thing about yes men and game changers and stuff. Has this guy got a point? That's what I'm questioning myself. This guy, and I 90% know Kurt knows something we do not know. There's stuff going on behind closed doors we do not know. Anyway, this has been a long video. I don't know how this is gonna do, but I got that off my chest. Now we can move forward as a channel with you guys. I'm gonna continue to make FIFA content because I'm a FIFA content creator. I love this game. I always will. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys later.